Okay, let's unpack this. Compliance. It has long been seen as slow, manual, just bogged down in paperwork, right?
Absolutely.
If you're in the defense industrial base, the DIB, prepping for CMMC, that's Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, that drill.
Oh, yeah. Endless spreadsheets.
Hunting for documents, email
Yeah.
threads just piling up.
Mm.
But what if that whole reputation is quickly becoming, I don't know, as outdated as a dial-up modem?
That's a great way to put it. Things are changing fast.
So our mission here in this deep dive is to explore how automation and artificial intelligence, AI, are really transforming compliance. We want to keep a keen eye on what this means for your CMMC readiness.
Yeah, and it's a pretty seismic shift we're talking about. What's fascinating is how this evolution is turning compliance from just this dreaded obligation.
A box-ticking exercise.
Exactly, into something strategic, a real enabler, particularly for small and mid-sized businesses. Imagine being able to bid on a key DoD contract maybe weeks sooner just because your compliance is continuously validated.
That's a serious competitive edge.
Huge.
There's a powerful vision. But maybe let's rewind just a bit. Our sources paint a pretty clear picture of the old way.
Oh, the bad old days.
Right. Manually tracking controls in spreadsheets, digging through shared drives for evidence like screenshots or system logs.
Finding that one log file.
Yeah. And then writing these lengthy reports by hand. It was, well, soul-crushing drudgery. Kept people glued to their desks way too late.
Exactly. And that traditional approach was incredibly time-consuming, error-prone, and expensive. Our sources really hammer that home.
It sounds like an impossible balancing act, especially for smaller businesses trying to focus on their mission, on growth.
While satisfying these complex compliance demands,
Yeah.
it felt like this beast you could just never quite tame.
Okay, so given that pretty bleak picture, how exactly is automation starting to chip away at this?
Well, automation is really that first wave. It directly targets the repetitive manual burden. Think of it like a tireless assistant. Tools can now continuously collect and store evidence for you. So instead of you chasing down, say, MFA enforcement logs from identity systems or patch management reports.
Stuff you need all the time for CMMC.
Exactly. They're automatically pulled, saved. The big benefit, your evidence is always audit ready.
Always audit ready. I like the sound of that. So once all that evidence is flowing in, what does that do for, ongoing monitoring?
It makes compliance continuous, not reactive. That's the key phrase.
Right.
Automation can run periodic scans, flag issues. Maybe a new device connects without encryption, or you've got user accounts that haven't been reviewed.
So it's constantly checking itself.
Pretty much, allowing you to catch problems early before they become big headaches.
Which then, I assume, flows directly into simplifying those reports everyone dreads, like SSPs, POA, and Ms.
Absolutely. Generating system security plans, plans of action and milestones, even compliance dashboards, that can be automated by pulling data right from the systems.
Fewer copy-paste errors, I bet.
Way fewer, and audit prep just speeds up dramatically.
Okay, so automation handles the heavy lifting, the repetition. But you mentioned AI too. How does AI take it a step further?
Right, so AI, it goes beyond just doing the task. It starts analyzing the data, predicting issues, even interacting.
Okay, how?
Well, one big area is intelligent control mapping. AI can actually scan your policies, your contracts, the evidence that's being collected, and automatically map it to specific CMMC practices. Think about how much manual work that saves, trying to align everything just right.
That sounds almost too good to be true for DIB companies facing CMMC. I mean, how accurate is that mapping? Realistically, are there limitations?
Oh, for sure. It's powerful, but it's definitely a tool that still needs human oversight. Especially when you're first setting it up and training it, it's not perfect out of the box.
Right, makes sense.
But think about natural language processing, NLP. AI can use that to generate first drafts of policies or audit responses.
Seriously, drafts?
Yeah, or analyze your existing documents for gaps or maybe inconsistencies. It's like having a superpowered assistant editor, the one that's still learning.
Okay. And what about risk?
That's another huge one. Predictive risk management. AI is incredibly good at spotting patterns in logs and alerts patterns a human might easily miss.
Okay.
So it can flag anomalies or even predict where a breach might be likely to occur before it actually happens.
Wow. So we're moving from just being reactive to genuinely proactive.
Exactly. And you can even imagine virtual compliance assistants, like AI chatbots built into your compliance platform.
What would they do?
You could ask them questions like, which controls are still open? Or Show me the evidence for access control requirement, ACL 2 to 3.1.22, the one about account management.
So you can just ask for the evidence you need.
Yeah, it makes compliance much more interactive, less about digging through folders.
Okay, bringing this back to our listener.
Hey.
For you, a small or mid-sized business may be feeling overwhelmed by CMMC. These sound like absolute game changers, as our sources put it.
They really are.
We're talking real cost savings because you need less manual effort.
Right.
Huge time savings so your staff can focus on delivering for your contracts.
Not just chasing paperwork.
Right. And scalability, maybe handling CMMC level 2 requirements that seemed impossible before, plus that audit readiness we talked about.
Yeah, the benefits are substantial, but, we should be clear. These aren't magic bullets.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
What are the catches, the challenges?
Well, there are practical hurdles. Integration can be tricky. It's not just plug and play. You're often trying to get new tools to talk to older legacy systems. That can be complex.
I can imagine.
And human oversight is still crucial. You need someone to verify the AI's output, check for potential bias and error, because, yes, AI can make mistakes.
So trust but verify.
Exactly. And of course, there's usually an upfront investment in the technology and the training. So the key really is finding that right balance between the tech and your human expertise.
But the bottom line here, especially for CMMC, is that this technology makes readiness much more manageable, doesn't it?
Vastly more manageable.
Right.
From automating log collection and user access reviews, all the way to using AI for that control mapping and risk analysis. It shifts the whole process.
From that reactive scramble
to a more predictable, continuous state of compliance.
So looking ahead, what's the vision?
The vision is compliance becoming truly continuous, fully proactive, and honestly accessible to all businesses, big or small. You move from just chasing tasks to managing compliance like any other strategic part of your operations.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all really mean? We've seen how automation and AI can genuinely transform compliance, taking it from that, dreaded cost center into something actually powerful, smarter, faster, and ultimately more secure.
Right. And maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. The question really isn't if AI and automation will change compliance that's happening now. The real question is whether you'll adopt these tools early enough to gain that strategic advantage.
Becoming more secure, more resilient.
And more competitive in the process. Definitely something for you to consider as you navigate this whole evolving landscape.